Hi, I'm Ranjani Rangan, Product Marketing Engineer for CharmHealth. Today, we'll be talking about the get more value from your IT with less effort, more accountability, specifically with Scantron Technology Solutions. Scantron Technology Solutions specializes in on-site and remote IT services for medical practices nationwide. Scantron is uniquely equipped to serve CharmHealth customers because they have over 165 employed field service technicians in almost every major metro area of the nation. Today, we will have with us Jillian Debovich. Jillian, are you there? Hi, Jillian.
Here. Hi, everybody.
Great to see you. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
She is the Business Development Manager for Scantron Technology Solutions. She is the primary relationship manager for practices that need IT service and support. We also have Bruce Theboth. Hello, Bruce.
Hello.
Bruce is our solutions engineer. He supports a large number of healthcare organizations across the U.S. with their PC systems management, security implementations, and much more. Thank you so much for joining us, Bruce.
Thank you.
We will open up the floor to questions at the end of the webinar. You are welcome to ask questions by clicking the Q&A button. Submit your questions now, and Jillian or Bruce will answer them during the Q&A segment. If by chance we miss your question, we will personally get back to you after the webinar. So with that, here is Jillian from Scantron.
Hi, everyone, and thank you for joining our conversation about the recent partnership between CharmHealth and Scantron to learn about what we do for physician practices across the country. I'm Jillian Debovich, and I'm the relationship manager responsible for CharmHealth customers and will help you get connected to the right local resource to discuss your specific needs. We do a really good job for physicians who have a few staff and at least one office where they see patients, which is why we are a great fit for Charm users. The Charm relationship, our relationship began with CharmHealth when we noticed a few of our customers had moved to their EHR solution. After a few discussions, CharmHealth decided to move forward with a preferred partnership with Scantron to recommend our suite of IT services to their customers because they noticed a need for customers to have a reputable service team to support all aspects of their IT infrastructure. You're really ensuring that they have complete access to their hosted solution. To open up our session, I want to reintroduce you to the name Scantron because we are so much more than the Scantron that you recognize from your school days with your number 2 pencil. Yes, we are the global assessment company with one of the most recognized brands in education across the planet, but we also support over 52,000 customer sites across the U.S. with the necessary technology needs they need to run their business and remain compliant. For nearly 50 years, we've worked with companies in all markets who need a capable IT company to handle their day-to-day needs like, I can't find a file, my printer is down, to I need help accessing multiple locations, and I just need someone who knows what they are talking about and how to fix my problem when I call. When I say full service, I really do mean it. Our team can help from planning what is needed for a hardware refresh or new office build, to configuring equipment, to installing and maintaining that equipment on the back end. Our managed IT services are utilized by over 2,300 physician practices today who need layered support and experts monitoring their environment without paying the overhead of bringing on an IT manager. Our hardware services entails on-site or depot maintenance and repairs on things like printers, scanners, copiers, servers, workstations, tablets, signature pads, etc. These services include all labor and travel on devices that we maintain. Then we go to our managed print services. That really takes our customers out of the printer fleet management and supply procurement process by providing certain consumables right when they need them and proactive printer maintenance, both remote and on-site. Really believe it or not, but printers and toners can really add up to a third of a business office expense. And controlling your print spend is something we do very well, just to ensure that you guys have the right devices for long-term use and aren't overspending on your print environment. So where do we serve our customers today? This map really represents where we support our customers. These customers either leverage Scantron for on-site hardware support and project work or remote network remediation, security services, or even both. We have company-employed field service technicians who can reach where 95% of the U.S. population resides and works. These technicians carry territory-specific pieces of parts to fix devices the first time out and have access to our remote experts back in Omaha to help resolve issues at a customer site. With our layered service capabilities, our customers never are stuck trying to fix an issue on site while having someone try to troubleshoot over the phone. We take them out of the troubleshooting process so we can get them back to their day and seeing their patients. So how do we work with practices? Because we're a full service IT provider, we have everything a small physician practice with either little to no internal IT staff would need to run their business, all the way up to services to meet the needs of organizations with hundreds of locations across multiple states. With the two of our organizations working together, meaning CharmHealth and Scantron, this means that we act as a united front to make sure you aren't stuck in the middle of IT issues and connectivity issues. I'll now turn the floor over to Bruce, who is one of our highly regarded solution engineers, to talk about how we support healthcare customers today specifically, and he'll share a little bit about what we know about your IT needs.
Thank you, Jillian. I'm going to cover the area of addressing your common IT concerns, and you can see the items that we're going to be going through. First is network security. Today's security threats require a firewall device capable of dealing not only with the threats that we know about, but also have the intelligence to deal with a class of threats known as zero-day. These threats are the ones security professionals haven't seen and had a chance to fingerprint to develop the ability to identify and deal with them. I like to say in the old days, you had to be a big company to catch the attention of hackers, and that isn't true today. Everyone on the internet is a target because of the automated nature of today's threats. Hackers today employ tools to traverse the internet looking for vulnerable systems. Each time a vulnerable system is identified, they can automatically launch attacks. As well, since large companies have significant resources to develop security many hackers have focused their attention on, the larger number of small to medium-sized businesses may represent a smaller payday, but easier targets. In the old days, the internet was like a walk in the park smelling flowers. Today, it's more like a walk down a dark alley in a bad neighborhood. You may need to make that walk down that alley, but if you do, bring some protection with you. Next, we're going to talk about PC security. Microsoft patching and third-party patching are additional layers of protection you need to protect your systems. Scantron manages and monitors the patching process to ensure that they are applied with no systems falling behind. As important as patching is, it's difficult to justify a staff member visiting each system periodically to verify all is well and address patching issues. There are software solutions to assist you, but they'll cost the organization additional IT budget to acquire and maintain, and ultimately it doesn't remove the requirement for someone to at least occasionally check the status and address issues. Next, let's talk about email security. Email is the #1 threat vector. Depending on the statistics you choose, somewhere between 85 and 90% of all threats enter environments via email. This is the reason that email security is so important. A good first layer of security begins with virus scanning and threat analysis prior to the email reaching the recipient. This makes sense. Why give the user the opportunity to be exposed to threats when you can stop them before they ever have a chance to make it into your office? Today's email threats also seek to trick users into opening documents, clicking links, and changing payer information. These various forms of social engineering seek to bypass security at the network gateway and trick users into opening the door for them through various phishing attacks, as they are called. We protect our customers from such attacks by leveraging Microsoft Advanced Threat Protection and add on to the Office 365 email suite. ATP, as it's called, is a customized layer of protection that scans links and attachments prior to them being delivered to your inbox. The nice thing is, you see the body of the email while it's being scanned to check those links and attachments. And once it's determined they are safe, your email refreshes to display the information that was being scanned. HIPAA compliance is obviously something very important in healthcare. Complying with HIPAA isn't an optional task in healthcare, it's a requirement. We work with healthcare organizations on several fronts to guard PHI and ensure the working environment is suitable to handle and safeguard patient information. Along with providing the proper firewall configuration, PCs, and software security solutions, we also work with customers to provide the tools for training and tracking that training. We offer a solution called Quick Help. This is an online training tool and is first and foremost geared towards the Microsoft Office suite training, but there's also ways to leverage the solution in order to bring their HIPAA, internal, PCI, and other training materials into the platform. Once the content is in Quick Help, you can assign a training path to each employee based on their need. Once they've completed the training, you'll see that in the management portal. Now you can see each employee that needs to complete and has completed the training you've assigned. This is great for annual HIPAA training. As well, if you accept credit cards, you're governed by PCI. Often overlooked, PCI compliance is a requirement for any business that accepts credit cards for payments. Most will also be asked to complete an online PCI compliance assessment. These are often failed for small oversights, but regardless of the reasons for those failures, credit card processors can and do start assessing penalties for non-compliance. We work with nearly every one of our customers to make sure that their firewall switches and PC will be ready when audit time rolls around. Next, let's talk about something that's going to sound a little weird to say: making IT a regular and predictable expense. I know it sounds like a strange thing as a benefit, regular and predictable IT expense. Well, believe it or not, it is a benefit. Here's what I mean. Many support organizations charge a pretty good monthly service fee, and each time you call, they charge you more. If they charge you when you call in, what's the service fee for it anyway? It's more or less a retainer. You know, the fee they charge that just ensures when you call, they answer the phone. Everything after that moment is billable. Others charge you if you have to have them visit your location. We don't believe that is right. When you call for assistance, we provide that assistance as part of your service fee. Novel idea, right? As well, if we have to dispatch a technician, you don't have to pay extra for that. So with us, the service fee actually covers the service. I know that sounds just crazy enough to work. And if your system is covered by a hardware manufacturer warranty or our hardware protection service, you won't pay for the parts either. Now you can actually plan and budget for your IT expense because it has become regular and predictable. Next, let's talk about IT accountability. Accountability can be a real issue with many IT solution providers. The problem is that they want to offer support for what they provide, the PC and typically the operating system installed on the system, but not what they didn't provide you. All of your business line software and most of your applications. What this leads to is you calling for support on an issue you're experiencing, and if they suspect it has to do something with something they didn't provide, they want to point you to the software company of the application. However, the application developer is only equipped to deal with the issues dealing with their software and not the ones that have to deal with the rest of your system. So if they don't believe it's an issue that theirs, they're going to send you back to your support organization, who's often going to try and refer you back to the software company, and so on and so on. Here's where Scantron Technology Services is different with our Affiance Suite solution. We take 100% accountability for your environment. When you have a problem, you call us. We are Charm's partner, and as such, we'll work with them to resolve any issues you're having, regardless of whether it's with your infrastructure or a temporary issue that's happening on their end. This removes the finger pointing and frees you to focus on your business and your patients. We will help you resolve your MS Office, Office 365 email, and your other productivity and business software problems as well. Again, our goal is to resolve your IT challenges so you can focus on what you do best, patient care. Next, let's talk about the strategic direction. How do you keep up with the changing trends that impact your business with respect to IT? Just like healthcare, it takes time to understand the IT industry trends and technology milestones, such as operating systems going end of life. Scantron Technology Solutions is your partner for keeping your organization up to date with technology and security trends critical to operating efficiently and protecting your practice. I'm going to now turn things back over to Jillian.
Thank you so much. The key takeaways here are that you do not have to be at a loss for IT support. You can afford a best-in-class IT solution without breaking the bank by hiring a team or trying to use multiple vendors. And really that your software company cares about your overall system health by partnering with Scantron Technology Solutions. So if you're interested in how we can help you, just give us a call. My contact information is on the screen now, and we will walk through how we can help resolve your particular issues and make things better. If anything, you will at least know specifically, how this partnership benefits you in your practice. We really appreciate your time and look forward to a great relationship with CharmHealth and their customers for years to come. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Jillian and Bruce, for that detailed account of what Scantron can do for our practices. Before we go into the Q&A, I want to know what are the steps to see if Scantron is a good fit for us, and how do we get started?
Wonderful, and that's a fair question to ask. In order to move forward with us, it's basically the same thing as you taking on a new patient, right? You do a health assessment. You want to make sure that you understand, what they're doing today, what they're eating, what their health is, what their exercise is. You're probably going to do some blood work, those types of things. And so what we would do is set up a conference call, and we would have Bruce or somebody on his team on the line, and we would talk about what your challenges are, what you're trying to accomplish. And then the next step would be we would send out our local field service technician to go and take a look at your environment, let us know what equipment that's already in there. We'd also loop in the local account manager that's your city, come and take a look. And then we would all get back together with Bruce and his team and make some strategic recommendations for you as far as how we would be able to help you out, and something that you can see if it's support that you need, and from there. Bruce, do you have anything else to add?
No, I think you pretty well covered it. It is a matter of evaluating the environment, learning what challenges there are happening today, both through that interview process and the field service technician coming out there. What that does is it frees you up to not have to worry about trying to describe in technical terms what it is you have. We let our technical people do that for you.
Okay, so one that came in, how would you work with things like our internet service provider or our phone system, which is kind of great. It kind of goes into what Bruce was just kind of talking about as far as being your technical advocate for your entire environment with all the different types of vendors and folks that you need in order to support your office. So we've got a lot of customers that add us to their approved communication list for their internet providers, where we'll work with them. We also have some strategic alliances and partnerships in place with phone companies. So if that's something where your current IT provider, where maybe you're not too satisfied with your service overall with them, we certainly can take that into in-house as well. Okay, next one. All right. How do I know that my on-site service needs will always be met since people take vacation and sick days? This is a great point. So with 165 plus field service technicians, a lot of these guys have field service technicians, several within a city and a territory. So when one of our technician goes on vacation or does have a sick day, we will go ahead and we will make sure that that territory is covered by the next closest field service technician that we have. If they go on vacation for a few days, a week, whatever, then what we'll do is we'll fly in what we call a free safety. And these are our technicians that literally just go around and they cover the territory of people who are not there for a specific period of time. But what's great about it is that they actually will be driving that local field service technician's truck that has those territory-specific parts that I talked about earlier. So you will always have continuity of service because those pieces will be there and you will always have a field service technician. When you talk about from a network administration support side, you saw a picture earlier while Bruce was talking about that showed our network operations center, and you saw the multitude of people people that we have there as resources to help. So there's never going to be a situation where you put in a ticket and somebody's out, somebody's not there, or somebody just can't get to it, because that's just simply not our service model.
Over 80% of the tickets that come in are handled remotely. So the great thing about that is, even if we've got a field service technician that has a busy territory and they're covering that, over 80% of those tickets are going to be handled by that support team that's in Omaha, in that knock that you saw.
Perfect. Thanks for that. And then the last one that I see here is, what if we don't have any servers in-house? Would I still need your services, and would you still support us? So the answer is yes and yes. So a lot of our customers, their software providers have gone cloud, they've gone hosted. We completely understand that market. But really, when you take your application, your system out of your four walls, then you are, there's more issues that come into play, to where you have to have all of your systems upright, have the maximum uptime put together to where you're able to access that application. And also the other thing too, just think about all the other IT related needs that you have, where it has nothing to really do with your software. Maybe it is something on your end. Maybe you can't scan to Charm. Maybe you can't get your scanner to work. Maybe you have some of those phone issues we talked about earlier, patch management issues, those types of things, PCI compliance, of course. And those are things that it doesn't matter whether you have a server or not. Those are business operations issues. You need people who have a certain level of expertise dealing with healthcare clients who are able to take care of for you. So that's really where we step in.
Thank you so much, Jillian and Bruce. This has been wonderful for you to share all this valuable information. Scantron is a wonderful solution for many physicians to remain compliant, secure, and operational with highly accountable on-site and remote IT services. So thank you so much for joining us, Jillian and Bruce, once again. If you have any questions for Jillian and Bruce or Scantron Technology Solutions, Jillian, if you want to repeat the email that they could email, is it Jillian at, I think you want to go ahead and say it yourself.
It's Jillian.Dabovich, so first dot last at scantron.com.
And Dabovich is spelled?
D as in dog, A, B as in boy, O, V as in Victor, I, C as in cat, H. My husband taught me that when we got married.
Oh, that's awesome. Great. And of course, if you have any questions for Charm, you may find our email on our website, or at support@charmhealth.com. Thank you both once again. Thank you all the attendees for joining us. A wonderful show up today, and we will see you soon.